Here we have a standard AV plug going to an LED, to a RF generator, and antenna just going off to a metal ball. As I dial in the frequency, LED lights. Let's just hold it right there. Okay, now what's really odd about this is the voltage, the amplitude coming out of this RF generator with 1000 hertz modulation added just to give it a little more amplitude. Looks like this. So that is you see the 1000 hertz with roughly about a 60,000 60 megahertz signal in it, which is what we're sending to the AV plug, is around 66 megahertz. And this is a 4-way AV plug. I've got 4 different diode arrangements on there. Let's put a little sniffer coil just around this LED, which is fully lit. And I gotta set the voltage way down. Okay, there's our 66 megahertz signal. I'm sniffing around the LED, and as I adjust the frequency where the LED was lighting, you can see that the voltage, denotes resonance here. At this point right here is LED max brightness. Now, one thing about this LED lighting up is there's 2 humps here. Here's where it's brightest, fades down a little, and it came back. So there's a dent in the spectrum on where this is oscillating. This happens to be pretty well right at 66.67 megahertz. Now, I don't know why. I do know that the length of the antenna wire, this isn't even, the ball isn't even needed. As you can see, it's not really needed. But the length of that wire, the longer the wire, the lower the resonant frequency. This wire also plays a part. The longer that wire, the frequency shuffles around. So obviously there's some inductance going on with this wire and with the antenna. But since the signal coming out of this guy is so weak, it's like 0.1 volt peak to peak, and yet putting a DC meter across this LED, it doesn't fire up until about 1.8 volts. We're the 1.8. Now, when I put a scope across the LED, it's a mess. Because my oscilloscope is earth grounded, you really can't use it. I need a portable oscilloscope to do any better accurate measurements. And my RF generator here is running off a battery, so it's safe. So anyway, this is pretty interesting. Originally I was duplicating Stiffler's more on mass video, and the idea was I've got this really nifty plate capacitor that's adjustable, and yeah, working in series with the oscillator, it works, and I it didn't really matter what the distance was between the plates, and I filled it full of all sorts of different dielectrics. Here's a Kapton sheet, got polyester, I've got mylar, I've got a lot of materials, put it inside the plates, didn't make any difference. Put the plates all the way together, didn't make any difference. Originally I used this inductor, which does change the resonant frequency, but not a lot, and this one is approximately a half of a microhenry, but it works fine without it. So it really doesn't get any simpler than this. This is a pretty low grade oscillator here, if you want to think about that. Very low voltage. The AV plug, basically just two diodes. Like I said, I have 4 pairs in here, but it doesn't matter. Just one regular pair of diodes, just to an LED, and there you go. There's for some reason the diode LED wants to resonate at that frequency, and I'm sure it's not in the specs anywhere on the LED, but well, there you go. Thanks.